List of things Mark Zuckerberg looked like while announcing hate speech is allowed on Facebook again. If Bach from Wicked attended Howard University. A Saved by the Bell episode where Screech goes to the Source Awards. The Instacart app icon during Black History Month. Like a cop undercover at Supreme. An out-of-work DJ / magician. Look at his eyes, for real. Tell me he does not look like he let one of the N-words in the song slip. He looked like an intern for Chet Hanks. He looked kind of like if Napoleon Dynamite grew up in Detroit. Not everyone will get that. Like he was walking past a FUBU and got pooped on by a pigeon so hard he ran in and was like, "You need to help me fast." Zuckerberg looked like he wear the first chain in history that's screaming to be snatched. This looked like the first cross-racial midlife crisis. He looked like if Eminem did spell his name like the candy. Hey Zuck, stay good, dog.
The great Josh Johnson, ladies and gentlemen.
I know that you've said before that you've been sustained by the prayers of lots of Americans. I've seen pictures of people praying over you.
It's incredible, actually.
Her question is, she says, you've been faced with so much adversity and persecution for years. What's your relationship with God like, and how do you pray?
I think it's good. I do very well with the evangelicals. I love the evangelicals. And I have more people saying they pray for me. I can't even believe it. And they are so committed, and they're so believing. They say, "Sir, you're going to be okay. I pray for you every night." I mean, everybody, almost, I can't say everybody, but almost everybody that sees me, they say it. It's such a beautiful thing.
Who was just so unbelievably hilarious and spot on.
But one thing that happens in my mind, what I think of when I think of MAGA is a story from when I was just getting out of high school. It might have even been my first year of college. So I would leave college, I'd come back home, work a shift, and then spend the weekend with my friends. Now, my second friend in the car is about to go away to seminary. We get to where we're going, and it's a strip club. And so my one buddy had decided that because our second friend was about to go be a priest, he should at least see, just to be sure. Just in case. And so then our buddy who took us, who was driving, buys my friend who's going to seminary lap dance. And so it's not just any lap dance, it's a lap dance in the private room. This dude walks out of the room like he had to do all the dancing. He walked out the room to shuffle. And he goes up to our friend and he's like, "Do you have money for one more dance? Do you have money for one more dance?" He walk out like, we get in the car, we're headed back. He's like, "I don't know if I can go to seminary. I think Cherry loves me. I think I love her too." And so when I think about MAGA, it feels like they love this dude, and he thinks, "Oh, I have their love, I'm good." And they think we love him and he loves us. But he's just up there dancing.
Hey, just a quick break in the action. You should go subscribe to my new show, The Rick Strom Show. I'm going to be interviewing people from sports, music, journalists, authors, sports doctors. It's going to be fantastic. Please go subscribe. Thank you. Head over to Josh Johnson's YouTube channel, which can be found at youtube.com/@JoshJohnsonComedy for more of his stand-up. His Instagram, which has the exact same handle. TikTok and more short-form content. Of course, well, you still can. plus his website for tour updates. That URL is joshjohnsоncomedy.com. Let's go back to that first video, though, because I have no problem telling you why I absolutely despise the subject that Josh Johnson was talking about. And it goes back to when he originally thought of the concept of Facebook. Because, in my view, The Social Network was not a movie, it was a documentary. He decided to make that website because he wanted to rate how hot women were. It's pretty degrading. And then it snowballs, gains traction. The Winklevoss twins come into play. The Napster guy comes into play. And more. It balloons into this big thing. You had to have a college email to sign up at first. It's almost shocking to consider the guardrails. And now when you look at it, you see the distrust it has caused. Not only stateside, but globally. The interference, in my view, of the platform when it comes to politics has been not only troublesome, but to some degree compromised the people of any country and has sown distrust. Look no further than Myanmar. Look no further than Cambridge Analytica. There are a plethora of examples that one could give about how this platform is not to be trusted and how that man is not to be trusted. And yet, you know, what really gets me is that he's trying to reinvent himself with, look, I'm a Jewish guy, could say it. He's trying to do this like cool Jufro skater boy hippie look when really he's just another loathsome, soulless billionaire. That's all that he is. He clearly does not care about anyone or anything other than himself. He is the most selfish, one of the most selfish people that I have ever seen on the planet. And how he has conducted himself recently, we see through it, but we're not his audience anymore. His audience is the Make America Great Again crowd. His audience is the one who will latch on to and adhere to the dog whistles of, you know what the real problem is? We don't have enough masculinity. You know who else said that? Who has a similar sort of approach as Mark Zuckerberg? Josh Hawley, Missouri senator, who went on a tour going over how we need masculinity. He wrote a book on masculinity. Interesting. This is the same man who is rolling back DEI practices. And as I've stated, I am no humongous fan of Mark Cuban. It's easy for anyone to take down Republicans because Republicans are so incredibly loathsome. But he did say something when he combated another billionaire in Elon Musk on Musk's own platform by talking about how quality of a practice diversity, equity, and inclusion is. So on that one front, props to him. But I see through this, and you should too. Zuck has chosen his path. He has dined with Trump at Mar-a-Lago. And this is the same man who has said, you know, the problem with the Biden administration, who I'm no fan of, the problem with the Biden administration is that they called us and told us to take down posts. What were those posts, Mark? Let's see. Your platform has been used to radicalize people and served as a pipeline to far-right politics. You have not only allowed, but enabled schmooing conspiracy theories. And now you are promoting and bootlicking that guy. Really? Really? There's a reason why as well FTC Chair Lena Khan stood no chance. And it's because she wanted to combat guys like this. And it is a shame. It's a real shame. Because what we are going through once more is this. that elections have consequences. And now we're going to have to deal with them. Hey, I appreciate you watching. Now, if you can, please do become a channel member by going to youtube.com/tytsports and clicking the join button. If that's too much for you, you can just go to tyt.com/join to become a member. It helps all of us out here at the Young Turks and keeps our network afloat. In addition, you could follow me on my socials on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate the love. Have a great day.